Hello, everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Hi, Adrian. Thank you so much for being here. I am checking to see if everything is going on. I am a little bit behind. It's been that day. Look at my hair, guys. Oh, my Jesus. Anyways, let's see. Part of the reason why I was late is because my internet was kind of acting out. So I will need your guys' assistance. Hey, Cherry. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you guys? Oh my God. Thank you, Cherry. I so appreciate that. Um, I, guys, again, my internet was being a little not on top today. So I will need you to tell me if things go a little bit berserk. Hi, Donna. Hi, Tara. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Anita. Hey, everybody. Here's the whole gang. I will need you guys to tell me if my internet goes. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate it. Guys, if you can share, I will totally appreciate that. If my internet goes back and forth, because I have not, it's seems to be slow. So I don't know what I move. It always happens like that. It's something I move and I don't even know how or why I moved it. But it's moved, guys. It's moved. So bottom line, I'm looking at my thing here. Hi, Ed. Hi, Diane. Hi, Yvette. How are you? Um, Donna, I am really sorry I was not there in the live for you. I said I was going to, and then I messed it up. Guys, this is moved. Let me move this a tiny bit. I shouldn't be doing this while I'm talking to you, but it's much better than when you're seeing. Okay. I think that's sort of okay. Jesus. Okay, so for 1 second. It's been a crazy day. It had to be a crazy day. Thank you, Elizabeth, because I am about to go on vacation, right? So my work day was above and beyond crazy. Like that doesn't always happen a lot. But it was, yeah, I could not process some of the stuff that has gone through today. Hey, thank you, Anita. I so appreciate when you guys do that for me. That's like the highest compliment when you share my video. So I had planned to come today in the middle of the day at my lunchtime and cut my stuff and have it ready. You guys are gonna laugh because I don't have anything ready. Well, not anything. I was able to come out after work and cut some of the stuff, but yeah, there's a lot that we're gonna have to work together. Thankfully, it's an easy project, and I am so happy about that. Hey, Kiwi, how are you? Congratulations! And by the way, congratulations because you won the paper pumpkin kit. Jesus, the paper pumpkin kit card from last week. Okay, 2 minutes more. Whew. Relaxing here, relaxing. I just want to share these because it's probably it's Hi Connie is going to be one of my favorite kits of all time. I want to be in October already, so I can't have that. And like I said, hey Kimberly, welcome. Thank you. Um, we're probably gonna build a village, guys. What do you guys think? I just love it. Carrie, I am so happy that you subscribed to it, at least for these one. I am so excited. Anyways, because I need a moment to relax in my brain. How about if we take a little peek at the album I'm making in the journal? Do you guys want to do that so I can like relax for 1 second and talk to you? Yes, Kiwi. Woohoo! I'm so excited. I was super excited. It's so funny because I always get super excited when I see like this kind of stuff. I was like, "Yay, Kiwi, you made it!" Anyways, do you want to see it? Yes, I am getting two of them. Thank you. I appreciate that, Carrie. Oh, big hug to all of you guys. I'm getting two of them too. Like I said, I'm probably making. But you guys want to see? my little journal as it's going. So the first thing is, first disclaimer, there is one thing that is not Stampin' Up, but I explain in the video that I already have recorded for Friday that this is my journal. This is going to be me for me. So it's going to be very layered, very goldish, very, very me, because it's for me, right? So this is the front. I told you guys that I will be using that texture cheek. I have a few pages still of that. And this is from All About Autumn. This is our all retired stuff. So I have these trinkets from last year. This is from the kit. These are also called Artistry in Bloom. And they are retired. So I'm sorry about that because a lot of this stuff is retired. And this beautiful thingy is, I don't even know where I got it, guys, to be fully honest. But I just thought it was perfect for this front page because it just matches so perfectly. It's a little bit lighter than this color, but I just, oh my goodness in heavens, I just loved it and loved it and loved it. So this is the front. This is a little piece from that, the memory pack. That from, you know, that retired texture cheek. And I am so excited, guys. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm so happy. Yeah, lots of gold. I cannot help that, guys. Yes. But, you know, on top of that, the kit brings lots of gold. So, and the journal also had like those gold thingies. So I just think that it's gorgeous. I love these colors. I cannot tell you how much I love these colors. I know that this is supposed to be copper clay, but I think it matches okay with the Calypso Coral, right? And kind of that petal pink. So I am super excited. I will not show anymore because that way you guys watch the other one, the other video. But yeah, I'm so tempted, guys. I'm so tempted. It's coming up pretty beautiful, and I am very excited about it. So thank you for giving me that minute. The other papers I'm gonna be using, I don't know if you remember. Abigail Rose will be part of it. Oh, yes, layering is always great. I agree, Donna. It just creates, I don't know, completely different, you know, view, perception. It's just so beautiful. Yes. You know, guys, I'm going to say something. I remember doing journals when I was younger. A few, many years ago. I think it was even a Hello Kitty one. But I've never really journaled. And so that's going to be like my Stampin' Up journal. And that's why I want to work on it because, you know, I just want to write a few things about my Stampin' Up journey and kind of focus on a few business things that I want to focus. So, hi, Brenda. Welcome. Okay. It's a very simple project. I will make this in black. It's not ideal in black, guys. I know that because it's going to be hard for me to see. Hi, Lean. Welcome. But since I don't have it ready, we're going to do it in black anyways. So let me remove this out of the way. We're going to be working with them bones. Since I did the kit, I have some extra stuff. So we need to work on it. And it's very beautiful. I think it's back. This is the bundle is called Bag of Bones. I really like the bundle. It's so much fun, but it's just funnier. The dies, oh my God, the amount of dies are amazing. So if you don't have it, and if you're interested still in getting some Halloween stuff, I think this is a really good one. That's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using the suite, meaning I'm going to be using the paper that's called Them Bones. And yes, Donna knows. So I mentioned that Stampin' Up had a kind of paid, I think it's an Australian company, kind of to like work with us demonstrators about social media, mainly Facebook, but social media. And so they have like, oh, you need a book to write this thing and to write that. And I'm like, yeah, I want one, but I don't want to buy one. And then I remembered that I had the journal because I had gotten that one, and I figured that's the way to go. So it's going to be my Stampin' Up journey. Let's see how that rolls. I'm very excited about it. So I'm very excited about decorating. Let's be honest, but also excited about filling it up with what's going on. So we're going to start with a piece. This is a basic black, guys, and we're going to cut a piece that measures, and I have my little cheat sheet here. 7.5 by 10.5. And like I said, I don't have these ready, so we're going to have to work together, which is fine because it's easier for you to learn this way. By 10.5. So there we go. Whoops. Seems like I'm struggling here with all these, with my little blade. And now we're going to keep it as is it is in here, and we're going to start scoring. I'm going to start scoring on the right side just because it's a little bit easier for me. And we're going to score. This is a line at 1/2 inch, so we're going to score 1/2 inch. And this is a twist. I don't know if you guys remember in February or maybe in January at the launch of the mini catalog, I had made like an easel drawer. So what we're doing is we're getting the drawer idea, and we are going to create an ornament. Because, you have to be creative with things. Make it easier a little bit on you. So we had scored at, okay, guys, why don't you tell me you're not seeing? Let me move up here. Okay, so we scored at 1/2 inch. Now we're going to score at 1.5. This drawer is very simple to make, I think, and it has options. Like I'll show you. It's very, very cute. And now we're going to align at 2.5, and we're going to score again. Okay, so we score 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5. And now we're going to move all the way to 8, and we're going to score. And then we're going to go to 9 and score. Whoops, that's kind of complicated there. Thank you, Anita. It is fun. And then I'm going to move this a tiny bit so you guys can see. And then I'm going to move to 10 and score. And so what we have is the same, kind of the same measurements, right? So 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, right? So this is our scores on the horizontal side. We're going to turn this around, and we're going to align. I'm going to move this again here. Sorry. We're going to align at 1. And we're going to align at 2. And then we're going to move to 5.5. And 6.5. And that's the end of our scoring here. We're going to turn now to cut. Okay, so I know it's hard to see because it's black, but you kind of sort of see the grid that we are creating, right? So this is going to be the base of our ornament, and all this stuff is just going to fold in. Okay, let's remove that. Now we'll bring the scissors, the snips, and we are going to cut. So, and I have my cuts here, guys, because yes, you have to like make it easier on yourself. So I'm going to cut one side first so you guys see exactly what it is, and then I'm going to kind of sort of speed up without a lot of explanation of what's happening in there. So we're going to grab, yeah, you can see, right? It's clear. I'm going to cut in here, so I'm going to follow this score line all the way to that last score line in here. Does that make sense? So here's that one, the first one, here's the second one. So we're going to move to that second score line. That's the first thing we're going to do. Always, it's always a good idea to kind of cut those diagonal. And then we are going to go back in here again on the other ones, on the other. Okay, thank you, Carrie. On the other one here, on the next score line towards the right, we are going to cut all the way again to that second score line. So we have kind of a little flap, and cutting that in there and that one in here, just it makes it easier when you're folding. And then we're going to turn this around, and we are going to cut these all. So we're going to cut all the way till this cut. Okay, so there we go. So that's our cut. That's how this is going to go. Yes, we are going to cut in here just to make it a little cute. So we're creating this flap, which we're going to use to glue in here. And that's what we're going to do all around. So I'm going to speed up. Not a whole lot, guys, because I was doing that yesterday, the day before yesterday, I think, in one of the ones I was doing, and I got like confused. So even I can't go very fast because I will forget how this is going. And then we're going to cut these. So this one goes all the way through. Now we are cutting in here and cut those little flaps. And again, that just helps with cutting in here. Okay, I'm not doing this cutting very well, am I? Almost got it, guys. Okay, so again, we just create these flaps, which we're going to use to glue these together. Back in here, all the way to the second score line. And then we are going in the second one here, and we're going to cut again, those little flaps or whatever they're called. How are these called? Does it have a name? Like, I always call them diagonal thingies because, yeah, that's me. But I'm wondering, does it have a name, like a technical name? Those of you that have been in the business for a longer time, and I just don't know. And we cut that one completely off. I am creating a template, which that reminds me, by the way, I will not have these measurements up tonight. I will totally lie to you. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I do. I don't think I will. So, but I will create a template so it's easier for you, but I don't have it ready yet. So, you know. Okay, so we cut diagonally there. We cut all the way to that second score line, right? We have the 1/2 inch one. This is the 1 inch. And then we got that one. We turn around. Oh, thank you, Yvette. Meter cut. See? It has a name. I love it when I learn something new. I didn't know that. We're going to cut these. And then we're going to cut our flap again. So all the way to that second score line there. We create the cuts, meter cuts. Oh, now I feel very notches, wedge. Oh my goodness in heavens, guys. Notches, wedge, or meter cuts. But the point is, we are done with that. And that makes me also excited. Okay, so we have these. Let me throw all these little pieces away. I think we got this correctly. It seems like we did. Whoop, whoop. Bring in your foam folder, and we are going to fold it all and crease it all. Right? Nothing very new. It all is folding valley. If you know what that means. If you don't know what that means, it just means, like, if you see it this way, that looks valley to me, right? And we're going to score all of it. I keep doing this mistake. I did it the second time I did it, which is okay. It's called meter. Huh. Well, super cool to know. And that mistake is folding after I cut. I don't know why I keep doing that. The first time I did it, I did it correctly. So bottom line, when you score, fold right away instead of cutting. I think that I was just a little bit concerned I was going to cut it wrong like I did yesterday or the day before yesterday, and kind of got onto it really quickly. But it's much easier if you fold it right after scoring instead of what I just did. it is what it is. So what we're going to do is these two flaps are going to go attached to this side, and this just like that. Let me see. And that's how we're going to create the little box. And after that, we'll just glue it little by little. Now, because we are in a live, I am going to try to do this, at least the first one, with our, which is, by the way, almost dead, which our Stampin' Seal Plus. I know this is risky, very risky, but otherwise it's just going to take a lot of time for these to glue, and I just don't want us to have to wait a whole lot. So without really putting this close to my glue or my adhesive there, I'm aligning here. So I'm trying to make this as aligned, this side with this side, so these two edges, so these close as well. Okay, so that's the first one. That looks fairly enough, and it feels fairly enough. And I don't know if you guys do your hands like a feely kind of test, like if you feel these two off, then you know it's not well aligned. I do that a lot. When I'm centering certain things, it's just much easier to do it that way. So we have the first one there. We're going to fold these, and now we're going to go and glue this too. It's harder once it's folded that way, but I'm still going to go for it with our Stampin' Seal Plus. You can probably, we'll try that on the other ones, use tear and tape. Maybe that's a little bit easier. And just the same, I'm just feeling it here to make sure that it feels well aligned and it doesn't move. And then I am, okay, and I just thought about that. So I was thinking that actually it's a good idea to cut these flaps a little further, all the way to the edge. And that, I thought about that yesterday, but I didn't do it today. And I just felt it, that it was a little bulky in there. So in order to save ourselves some time and no bulkiness, maybe you can see it here. When I was folding it, it was not folding right there on the score line. So if we cut that, we're just making it easier on our own, right? Or ourselves, not our own. Oh, yeah. And I'm making sure that that is completely well aligned. And see, now it closes very well. Okay, so that is connected. Now, the next step, this is harder to see. Let me see if I move this up here. You guys can see a little bit better. I am going to use glue in this one because now this is staying together, right? All I need is for this to stay. So now I can use glue. I hope that makes sense. I just feel that it will be slower, much slower if we wait for the glue to actually dry for these two flaps. So I'm going to put glue. Yeah, you can see there. A good amount of glue. I'm going to fold these. I'm going to bring actually my bone folder, guys, to kind of like really go through this. So we are doing two things at the same time. We are kind of just really reinforcing that score line and fold that we just do, and also help that all the glue kind of disperse through that area, right? And it just helps keeping it as glue as possible. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds here for it to get glue, and I think we managed. So see what I was saying? This looks very straight. If we would have kept that, it was kind of creating bulkiness. So because that happened and we know better now, we're just going to cut those two, right? The other two flaps just a little bit, just a smidge. It probably is what, about a 1/16 of an inch maybe, but we're going to do that on both ends, and we just need to do it on the top. Actually, if you want, now that I think about it, you can probably do it on both sides, right? On both ends. Because this is just going to be attached here. It's not like it's going to be affecting the box at all. So, not a bad idea. But see now, when I fold this, it folds perfectly easy. And I'm not going to struggle with this. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring my Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm actually going to put some extra in there. And we are going to go ahead and, just like I did before, without really pushing, we're making sure this is aligned on the edges, on those corners. And we have one. And now I'm going to bring this back up here. I know it's hard to see, but you guys forgive me, right? So I am doing these horizontal this way because it is a little bit harder now since it's all closed for me to put it all together. But now it's just much easier because it's kind of like ready. And we got it all aligned. Glue back in here. Fold. And bone folder back again. We come and reinforce those score lines. And we're going to hold this for 1 second. And we'll wait slowly. And I think that will probably totally do. Now, this is very simple. You can totally put glue. I did not, and I have not had issues with it because all I do is fold this like this and fold this like this, and you're done. Right? That is the easiest part. So this is going to be our ornament. Isn't this cute? Like the idea, you'll see, you'll like it. You can totally put glue in here. I am not, because I am going to decorate the middle here, right? And so at some point, this is going to be all glued together and it does not come apart. So I don't feel the need to put extra glue and to make extra messes because we all know I'm very messy when it comes to glue. Okay, so what are we going to do next? And here's what I was telling you guys. I have a lot of pieces and we're going to have to put them together. So sorry about that, but thank you. Thank you for your love and understanding. Okay, so these pieces are 3 and I think 3.5 long. So we're going to cut these pieces 3 3/8. This is 1 inch, so it's 3 3/8 by 7/8. Same here, this is 1 inch, so this is 7/8 by 5 3/8. So that's our first layer. Our second layer would be 5 1/4 by 3/4. Okay, so I cut some of that beautiful, I love. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Yes, this is very reinforced. I like it because of that. I was curious how. No, I was not curious. I thought the best way to do this is just using DSP, and it works very well, but it's not sturdy. And I'll show you because I made a couple of them so you guys could see it. So, I mean, it's up to you. In the end, it's an ornament, right? It does not have to last forever, but just saying. So I love these. This is the Starry Night or the Orchid Oasis. I am confused. I think it's Orchid Oasis and Starry Night, guys. I'm so sorry. And so these are going to be like the ones for the inside or for the outside. I have not decided that. So we have 4 pieces. And yes, it all has layers. There's nothing new there. So this is just the paper from them bones. This is some of those beautiful tombs. Is that how you say them? And then we have 2 other pieces. Sorry guys, when I said it was messy, it really is messy. So I just saw a piece falling and I don't know where it fell. But I'm going to pick it up real quick. Okay, so these are, and this is just the fence that we have. So we have these 4 pieces. I think I want to keep these in the inside, and I'm going to tell you guys why. The reason I want these in the inside is because this is a little, so maybe I'm mistaken, but I feel because they have this gray in here that are a little lighter, so you'll be able to see better, right? It's going to create a little bit more light. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I think that's going to work best. So let's go ahead and use our Stampin' Seal Plus, which again is a little bit rebellious and of course is going to die as we are in the live, because why not, guys? Why not? So much fun. And now it's not even working. Okay, so I'm going to adhere all these layers. I know this is going to make the video a little bit slower, and as you guys can tell, I did not do a very good job there, so I'm glad that this is going inside because nobody's going to really see. that, but I'm just making sure that all these measurements are okay then. First, because I cut them really, really in a hurry. And I want to make sure that this is okay. So that one is, and this one needs to be 3 1/4. Oh, see, this one is a little smaller. That's what's happening here. Okay, so and these are all probably a little smaller. We're going to leave that there. And I have, because I kind of knew that something was a foot or could be a foot. Let me see. I have several pieces here of different layers. So there it is. I have a beautiful one in here, and we need, so I'm going to cut them one by one. So this is going to be 3/4. We need 3, right? So I know this sounds a little dramatic, but I really like this paper, guys. So I know it's a little bit like, okay. So let's see, 3/4. More or less. I'm just making like a really quick calculation of what I have to cut. This is probably more than I need, but I'm going to cut these, leave that behind, and then now I'm going to cut these at, this needs to be, we said 3 3/4. So I'm going to start cutting in here instead. Okay, sorry guys. I'm just making sure, like I'm going to cut some of it, and I know it's happening, but I just making sure that it works good, that it's going to look good, right? With our idea. I think part of what's happening is that this thumb is bigger, and so we're getting that not good side. Okay, so I'm going to cut about 1/8 from this end and 1/8 from this end, and we're going to end up at 3 3/4 right there. Okay, now we cut. I'm going to cut this first because I like that one better. Okay, so here's one, here's the next one. And I always remind you guys that if you're cutting little pieces like this, if you come from from the bottom, it will cut very easily, because we have that ledge here and just hold it. Okay, guys. I'm back here. Let's see. See, now these really fit. I'm going to drink some water. Sorry about that, but it's kind of, I feel my throat is very, very dry. I did a lot of talking today. Okay, we have the first one. These are the 3 next ones, and now I lost the other piece. Oh my God, guys. I swear to God. I'm laughing at myself. You have to laugh at yourself when these things happen, right? Let me remove the pieces that I am not using. Guys, if you see them by any chance, just holler. Because I'm not seeing it. It was right here. And now it's not. Oh well. So I'm going to get another one. I have already, because I figured we were going to have some issues. It probably fell, and I don't know where it fell. I think this one is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to cut these at 3 3/8. And then we're going to make this, let's see. There. That's 7/8. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to start speeding it up. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay, let's put this one in here. So we have one. I'm actually going to use glue just because it kind of helps make it a little faster. Then we have the next one. No, Tara, I had 4, so I had cut all those pieces. But who knows? It's somewhere there in the mess I have. One of these days, I keep saying, one of these days, I'm just going to show you the mess I have when I'm working. Because I do have some mess. crazy mess around here. Okay, so we have those lateral edges, and we're going to go and adhere them. We're going to go as quick as we can. So we decided that the ones that have the fence are going on the outside, and I am just going to put this in here, which is not what I usually do, but remember that when you put glue, it moves. I have never seen so much movement when I am doing stuff as when I use glue, and it surprises me every single time, guys. Let's see. Okay, so we have our first side. We'll bring in the next one, and it moved again. Oh God in heavens, for real? Okay. Not ideal, but it's moved. I don't know if you guys can tell. It moves a little bit. That's fine. So again, that's the downside of using glue, I guess. Cannot be perfect. And now we're going to glue these in here. Okay, we have one. And then we'll bring the last one, even if it is not perfect, it will be okay because again, nobody's going to see it really this. So I'm okay with that. Making sure I'm pressing everything, making sure it stays. And then we'll move on. So now we need 1, 2, 3, and 1 for that down here. I think that we are all messy. I think I know that I start like, oh yeah, I'm going to cut these. And, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. And then when I realize I have all the paper here, and it's just so, it's kind of funny to be fully honest. So this is going to be a little bit different because we are going to use the sky. So this is going to be our top, right? And so we're going to bring the sky up here. Kind of following that idea of, and I'm hoping I have this cut. This is the right one. So let me see. Okay, this is the right one. Following that idea of a scene kind of setting, right? So I'm bringing again the glue in spite of my experience with it. But I have to tell you guys, and I don't know, do you guys have a harder time when you are gluing longer pieces? I don't know why. When I'm using my Stampin' Seal Plus and I am gluing, and I think I told you guys a little bit ago, and I'm like gluing longer pieces with the Stampin' Seal Plus, and it just does not work well. Like every time I mess it up. I don't know why. Yeah, that could be. You're right. So, okay, we have this side. And that's just the sky with all the little bats and whatever and part of the moon. And then we're going to work on the inside. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Oh my God. That is amazing, Kathy. I think I had far too much coffee today. And I shouldn't. At some point, I was like, I feel a little accelerated. I was just so like trying to move fast and I didn't realize how much coffee I was drinking. Has that happened to you guys? Like you're like, oh, I should not have drank all that coffee. That is not okay. Okay, let's move this in here. And now this one is the sky, so this one's going to go here underneath. And we are going to push that. I'm going to put these in here because I think it's a little bit easier. Maybe you can see better. Making sure that stays in place and bringing these all the way here and all the way there. And it fits tight, but it fits. And I know in the end, there's no need for so many layers, especially in the inside, but you guys know me. So, okay, so we have skies in there, and then we're going to bring these. And I'm just going to leave these as is in both of here because I was going to cut some grass, but I was thinking, I don't know if I want to do that, right? Like we can just leave these. And so it creates, I guess my thought was this. If I put these black, kind of following, sorry, these paper, right? Oh, you know, Carrie, I have heard that a lot. Yes, that makes sense, Yvette. I need to figure out something similar. So, like I was saying, I was like trying to keep the scene, right? The cemetery scene. But if I put these here in black, it's just going to be, again, just darker. And so I just feel that it needs to be lighter. And that's why I'm just going to keep it in the blue. And that was not a very successful adhering. There it goes. It was rebellious at the beginning. Okay. Obviously, guys, because this is going against this area, you don't really have to worry so much about aligning this or centering these. Just make sure that you have a little of an edge in this area. So that's interesting. I have to say, I really like my Stampin' Seal Plus. We've been really good friends for a long time. This seems not the piece I'm looking for. Is this the piece? This is the piece I'm looking for. But there are times, so it's kind of like the need, right? If I am making certain type of cards, it just works very well. I just feel that whenever there's smaller pieces, or you need, obviously, you need some more maneuvering, glue is the way. And I know we've had that conversation a while ago about having glue or not having, or which glue do we use, right? So I think that this is going to look like that, like this. And like I said, I think I like that blue there because it will make it a little brighter when we have the rest of our scene ready. So this is the piece for the back, and this needs to be chop a little bit. Well, now it does not want to come out. He likes it there. I think it needs about a 1/16 of an inch. Again, I cut these guys like, see, really, really quickly. And I have to say, you can totally tell. And I'm going to cut these about a 1/16 of an inch too. What is happening is not that the measurements are wrong, but it is more that what I am not counting is that when I put all those layers, the space kind of gets a little bit smaller, right? But I would say I don't want to use the 1/16, but I think that will make it easier to put in there. You will totally be able to do these with the actual 5 3/8 for this one, right? And maybe what should happen is, don't put that many layers, Maria. Just stop using layers. I just can't help it. I did, like I told you guys, I did a couple with just the designer series paper. It takes like, I don't know, a lot less time to make them. It's so easy to make them. So here we are. This is going to be our little scene. We're going to work on this side. Oh, goodness in heaven. See, I lost that. Let me see. Thankfully, if there's something I have, guys, is Halloween paper. There's a lot of that. So this one is going to be 5 3/8. So we'll go back in here. And by 3 3/8. So that's our first cut. And we'll move that out of the way. And here comes that other piece that we had. So we're going to cut these also at kind of what we did before. I'm just trying to figure out which one I like. So I like these two together. So I'm going to turn this around and cut these at 5 1/4. It needs to be 5 3/8. And now we're going to, by 3 1/4, sorry guys. So I'm going to do more or less what I did before. I'm going to cut a little bit here, a little bit there until we get to the 3 1/4. And I think that will work fine. That's where it is. See, it really fits well in here. So I like those little smaller tombs. And now this we're going to add. Guys, why didn't you tell me that I made a mess? So we just made a mess on this one. I am not going to be able to fix this, so I'll have to figure out how to fix it. So I put this one incorrect. Haha. Not cool, Maria. We'll fix it. We'll put one on top of this and we'll just make it work. It's fine. So we're going to bring this. Get that beautiful layer. I really, really like that. Those colors that they use for this paper. I think it's amazing how they made it. So making sure I have the right one. So this is the right side, right? So it all looks the right, correct side. Da, Maria. That's not cool, guys. Okay, here we go. Thankfully, I have some things that are ready. Okay, so we have these is ready. The next step we're going to do after, we're going to correct that. But before we do that, we're going to bring our crocodile, guys, because the other name is far too complicated for me to say. And we're going to get the bigger one. So these, it says here is, I am not sure not the width. Yeah, the circumference of the circle. But we're going to have to do it this way because obviously this goes. So on the top, we're coming here to the top and we're going to make a hole that you can use with whatever you have available. I'm using this because I have it and so might as well use it. I am not measuring these. I'm eyeballing these. Let's hope this is more or less give or take the center. And then we're going to do that hole. And it's not bad. It's not perfectly centered, but it's not bad. Now, I do have, because I order on Amazon, it's not that I had them for years, some of these, guys, if you guys help me with the name of it, I forgot the name of this. I just had it. Well, some of these, okay, help me, waiting, let me know what's the name of these things. I just had it in my brain and it just went. And we are going to put one of these thingies. Thingies is not the word, but it's going to work. They are a little bigger than what my crocodile do, like the hole. So we're going to have to like push this inside. It ends up working. I did it with the other one I did. So with the paper ones are easy. And then we're going to bring the little other piece, put it in there. Brads, grommets, eyelets. I know them by eyelets. Thank you, Kiwi. Yes, eyelets is how I know them. And we're just going to, push this right in here. So we close that and it will work. Eyelets is by the name I know them. I have done these like a whole of maybe 5 times in my lifetime. So guys, don't laugh, right? It's true. I think eyelets is how I know them. I'm pretty sure that they have other names, right? And so we're just like securing that in there, and that just makes it very, very sturdy so we can use our little piece of ribbon. You don't have to have a tool for those. Is that what you mean, Connie? A little piece of ribbon, that's going to be the ornament piece, right? So we are going to be able to hand this from somewhere. And I think that looks so cute. We're going to have to cut these really, really to the bottom, right? Close to the edge there. And yes, part of what we're going to do is we're going to put here a big sentiment so it covers that. Isn't that such a good idea? Says me. Okay, so let's keep going. I want to bring, so the kit brings this cat with the moon and everything, and I just don't know where I want this. It does not have a fence, but I am okay with it not having a fence. So I was thinking we can just cut it, fussy cut it. I know a lot of us don't prefer fussy cutting, right? And I think I'm going to coming here. So this is the stuff that I would have that ready. But here we are. So I'm going to cut these as simple, as fast as I can, not simple. There's nothing simple about fussy cutting, but I really like to keep that moon in there. Actually, initially, to be fully honest, my first thought was to make the background with you guys. Or at least, kind of show you what I had done, because I had done it and I thought that it's not very complicated and it looks really beautiful when you do it on your own. But then again, here we are. So know that. That was just a good thought. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. But I think that's because you like Halloween so much. I know I have a few Halloween fans in here. So and I have to say, it's one of those, I don't know why I like it so much. It's like in Costa Rica, we don't celebrate it a whole lot. And so it's just interesting that I've always liked it. Again, it's not like brand new. It's like I've always liked it. And so I feel that it's interesting that I like it. Okay, here we go. So that is not my best job at fussy cutting, but I think we're going to disguise this with probably a bat. Okay, something along those lines. And this is going to be a little bigger, well, no, it's not, because we're going to cut these. I am not going to cut these because you guys know I can't cut anything straight. So not even if I try, right? Like, that's a good thought, but it's not going to happen. So I'm going to start cutting about, that was 1/2 inch, to see if this fits best. We can just put it like this. I'm going to cut that I'm going to cut about another, yeah, still have. So I'm going to cut, that's another 1/4. And I'm aligning these as best as I can using those lines in here. Hence, that's why I love our trimmer. And you guys know that. It's not a new thing. And so now our little cat is going to be in here. We're going to put this all the way in here. And we're going to create some, not dimension, some perspective. These needs to go in dimensionals, of course. It's a lot of dimensionals. And what I'm going to use, I'm going to use some of these that I still have left over. I think this from a paper pumpkin kit, actually, that I didn't use them all because that's me. And I'm actually going to bring a little bit extra strips. Let me see if I find them. Maybe I will find them. Here they are. Strips are very, very useful. Yvette, I'm going to say this. In general, Maria thinks she does not do a terribly bad job at fussy cutting. Honest, I don't think I do a terribly bad job. But when I'm like stressed out, my abilities tend to not be ideal. So it's fine. It's fine. It's a gift. People will love it. I hope. So we're creating, again, we're putting all these friends in here, or all these, let me bring a small one. Here it is. We're all these dimensionals. So we create a little bit of that perspective fun in here. And it looks like it's just part of the cemetery, just this one is on top. So I am aligning these, actually, I'm moving this on here, sorry. Aligning this all the way towards the edge. So it's closer, kind of. Okay, so that's going to be how this is going to look. Let me turn on something. Yes, I am using hot glue, guys. There was no other ways to fix it. The way I figured I wanted it, and yeah, we'll have to deal with that. Now, because we have these like this, we can bring our friend up. Well, I should have thought of this earlier, but I didn't. Like somewhere along those lines, like he's coming out. I kind of really like that idea of the skeleton coming out. So we can just put him in there, kind of like that, right? It's kind of funny, but I've not decided on that yet, so I'm not committed yet. So I'm gonna bring now my trimmer. This is the grass that comes with the kit with the bundle. And I just cut a little bit. It is a small piece. I don't know if you've seen it. Well, it's this long because this is where I just put them together, right? So I just cut this piece and then add this extra. And I'm just going to score these a little bit because we are going to use this as kind of the grass inside our let's see. Well, I will follow on that, I promise. In this one, as you guys can tell, I was playing and then realized that this was happening, and I'm like, it's fine. We'll survive with that. Nobody's actually going to see this. So, I think again, Yvette, I swear to God that sometimes when I just forget to move it, and I am not like I don't fight over that. But it's just in general, I don't hate it. I just go for it. I just know it's not going to be perfect, and I am completely okay with that. That's one of the things that I've learned through my crafting days, right? And it is, I'm okay with things are not perfect. And so we're going to use this to create, again, some dimension in our cemetery. And so I'm attaching that it's completely towards the end. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't see. It's hard to see. So this one is completely towards the end. And I'm going to bring this other one and attach it towards the front. Like right there. And so we're creating this little scene. This is not working with me. So I am thinking that I'm going to glue this with, I'm going to use tear and tape, guys. Tear and tape is a very good old friend. Now, it will be amazing if you guys are here and could see where this went. But I found it, guys. It's okay. Yeah, I have used tear and tape for a very, very long time. Oh my God. Okay, so we're going to go and put this one in here all the way. But I'm going to align it to the edge in here, okay? So it will help us create some dimension to the whole card, like making it feel it's this cemetery and we're getting into the cemetery. Like that it was not very well aligned. Thankfully I did not press. Okay, so we have that there. So this is how this is going to look. And I think it's super fun to look at. So I do have, of course, I do have a few of our friends. I did not cut them, or I did not stamp them and cut them in the glow in the dark. And I was very sad about that because I really wanted to do that. Actually, what I thought initially that I wanted to do was to make the sides in glow in the dark, but I could not figure out how to make it in a way that you could still have like some pattern, right? Some background is what I'm trying to say. And so I'm going to bring our bones friend in here. It's going to be in the back. And then we're going to bring our cat up here. So we're going to have all these friends having a good time in the cemetery. That was a lot more glue than I intended, which happens so often. So this one goes there. Our little dog is there. And the other thing I have, guys, but I was not able to even work with them at all because, right, is boots for our friend here. But I think he deserves a hat. Don't you think? I think they used to call this. Yeah, I know the diorama. Like I've made some of those, but it's built all together. I'm not sure how to explain this. It's built like tunnel kind of setting. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to bring this guy, and we're going to give him a fun hat because he deserves a hat. And we're going to put him some boots because he deserves some boots, right? Because his feet are so much thinner than the actual boots. I should be using my other thingy. Actually, let me bring my other thingy. To put the glue, like little bits of glue and not bigger beads. And we are going to bring our boots up here. I wanted to, you know me, right? I wanted to use these and put, oh my gosh. Oh my God, really, Adrian? That is amazing. Dioramas. Yeah, dioramas is how I know them. I think that I thought that they use the dioramas when they are talking about like the whole, like the tunnel. I've made tunnels, and so we're going to put our friend in there. Now, two things that you could do that I will not do in here, and one of them is you can totally try to figure out. There you go, Kiwi. That's so funny. How to put some light in here. I don't have any light instruments, right? But it would be a lot of fun to have some light in here, I think. And that is a possibility. I don't have any light constrictions. I don't know. I know that Team Holtz has some light, I believe, some light. I don't know how to call. Well, some lights. But I don't have any of those, and so I'm not able to do that. But if you have any of that, that seems to me like a lot of fun to have some little light in here to make it spooky. Now let me bring, before I go any further, so I had already ahead of time, hey, one thing ahead of time, kind of heat emboss this. I didn't do a very good job in there, but heat emboss this, and this is what we're going to glue in here. It's dioramas, and that's what, like these, and I have, or I was hoping anyways, yeah. Okay, guys. This is always a mess. So I have my glue, which is very melty right now. And I am going to put the glue in here so it's not... Sorry, guys. It's a little bit stubborn in here. There is probably a better way to do this. I could not come with one, to be fully honest with you. And then I had a boo-boo there. String lights. Yes, that's what I am thinking of. So a big chunk of that glue fell in here, which is going to like really ruin my thingy here. But it's okay because we have what? We have bats. So we're going to put some bats in here. Thankfully, we have a lot of bats that we are going to bring in here. Obviously, right there where I just made that boo-boo. And we're going to bring the big bat, and that's going to cover. Yay! For how to cover your... Oh, that's what, yeah, thank you for clarifying that, guys. I am not very good at those things. So now I can bring my friend here and make sure that it's not being covered by our Happy Halloween, right? Okay, I'm moving. I'm moving, guys. I swear. I swear. Okay, so we're going to bring our cowboy. We're going to put him there. And we have mostly finished. I'm going to put a couple bats around because they are so much fun. I did cut a ton of them. Now, on this side, I'm going to bring a couple more bats. Again, I did cut a few, so we're good on that end. These are actually the bats that should go with the stamp, but I'm just using them as is, and I am happy with that idea. And I'm going to bring one of the smaller ones. Oh, I have one here, right here. And I'm going to put him like right here. like he's flying in there. Okay, so the last thing that I have is a little tag, and I figured we need a little tag to just like, say trick or treat or something fun. And so we're gonna glue this. This is just the tailor-made tags, which if you guys have been here before, you know that I have used them 100 times. I really, really love them. And then I cut these. This is from the paper, and I am going to cut these, and we're just going to put this one in here. Just to, again, this is completely to create something extra. I don't know why I want something extra, but I want something extra so you can write something in here, I guess. And then we're going to tie these using the same ribbon, which I think is not available, guys. I was looking yesterday, and I don't know if it. Oh, hi, Nicole. I really liked that one, guys. I have that paper was well done. Like they did, and I've said this before. This not Halloween. This mini catalog was really, really well thought out. That's what I'm gonna say. It all in all, it was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And so I'm just gonna go and cut a tiny piece on each. There we go. And so my thought is you can have these and just attach it with maybe a glue dot, right? And so you can just give it them, and they can have like, how would you call it? Like a thing for a car, or like for a book, like a bookmark or something, right? But then, or you can just, we can just put it here since there's my mistake. So what I will do, correct this later on, because I want to show you the others. But I will do is I cut another piece and just align it here in the right way, guys. It happens. So this is again how I envision this. It's just like that, like a little gift, like a little not Christmas gift, like a little gift. So this is the one. Whew. Guys, I'm breathing here, trying to move as fast as I can. Okay, so let me show you the other ones. I'm going to show you the first one I made, which really worked very well. And it is using, yes, the Berry Christmas. And this one is using just the paper. Isn't this amazing? But it is less sturdy. So this barely moves. This moves a lot, right? But if you're going to give this is super, super cute. I just add extra bear. These are fussy cut. These are the stickers. I've told you guys I love the memory packs. And this one is another tag that I figured you can just add in here with a glue dot or whatever, just to again, say Merry Christmas or whatever. So these are more ornament for the trees, right? Like these make more sense. I just did not want to make another Christmas one because I've been focusing a lot on Christmas. On the back. Ooh, great idea. And actually, look at that. Look at this, my friend. Look what I have here. So like kind of continue it from here maybe. And then you can put the tag. That is a great idea. If you have any undo or glue be done, you can remove the upside down. Undo or glue be done. I don't think I have the glue be done. I have no clue what you're talking about, so obviously I don't have it. The spooky theater. Yes, I love that. So I don't know what you're talking about, but that means I have to do some homework. Now, I did create a happy birthday one, and again, I'm just using the paper. And this one, I actually got the glue dot in there, so we have the little tag. This is just kind of like simple, the little tag in there, and just a little scene here with these are the Sanisu guys, but this paper is I keep forgetting its name. But I thought this was fun. Like this one moves a little bit, so and this one does not move, but he's chasing his little butterflies that he's using that I glue with some acetate, so it's like not visible. And then we have the lion. It's just a camping camping story, right? And I thought this is happy birthday. This is perfect for happy birthday. Now, the one I like the most, because you guys probably knew that, is this one. This one was the one I really wanted to do. But it was too much Christmas. So I figured we needed something else. This is such a beautiful ornament. So we have some, see, I got a boo-boo here too. I don't know if you guys can see. And so my thought is I have to fix this. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix it. But I love the Lord is my shepherd. It has the same idea of a view. You can make it hot glue try. Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you, Yvette. I will try that. And then this is hidden boss in copper. I just created that, like, again, kind of that scene of that idea of perception, right? And then I completely hear you, Kiwi. I have to tell. And then kind of the same thing. I create a little tag so you can, say to from, and you can put it in here. I guess my glue dot is not doing it very well, but this was the one I really wanted to do here. But again, I have done like several Christmas cards, and I figure no, we'll have to do something a little bit different. But this is the one that I like the most. You will have to cut the little house a little bit, like on the edges, completely cut it, and so it fits because it's a little bigger. But that's all you have to do. And I did use gold in here. I am still very sad about that. This one was, I'm going to say, the freaking thingy movie, right? Like this moved. And so I was very, very upset at that. I think I'm going to unglue this and just get a bigger star. You guys are so funny. Yeah, I have to say, Kiwi, you'll have to like send us some of that because Jesus. And so I think, so this, again, this was initially what I was thinking of. So it was more of a ornament for the tree that you can give in Christmas. That was my initial thought, right? This was the one I did. I love when you use the paper as your background. Is perfect, right? It's just perfect. But this looks just as good because then you have like, this is sturdy. So this was my initial idea. This one, for some reason, I messed up some of the measurements, so it took me a little bit to finish this. But it ended up okay. I think I'm gonna give it to my nephew, just like, little gift. Whew. We made it, guys. We absolutely made it. I can't believe we made it. Made it on time. But these are your little friends in here. Ta-da! We made it, guys. And it's not an hour and a half. I have bad news though. So I was not able, guys, to do the whole raffle. Because it is like a really slow process. You can glue. Oh, really? Huh. Well, I have all sorts. I love when I learn new things with you guys. That is so amazing. Thank you guys for all those tips. I do appreciate it. And that's why I love this. That's why I call this is just our learning environment, right? We are just all learning here how to create these things. I was going to say something. I forgot. Anyways, yes, I was not able to do the whole raffle thing. I am sorry, but it takes me a little bit, and I kind of decided not to put forward. So I forgot, guys, do we want our friend in here like coming out, or is that good enough as it is? I think it's good enough, right? I like it. I think it's okay. You're all welcome. Thank you. I am so glad. That was my thought. Thank you, Adrian. My thought is like, you can, like, for this is more like a tag, right, for a gift. But for this one, this is a perfect little bookmark. Same as the Halloween one, right? Like if somebody really likes not me. I'm not an enabler. That's so funny, guys. You're so very funny. So I'm glad you guys like them. This is, of course, my favorite. I can help it. Since I saw this suite, I knew I was gonna make some stuff and make it stuff and make stuff, and I am just glad that you guys like them too. But you can totally. I guess my point is you can totally make these, you know, different things. I actually thought this would look amazing with flowers and kind of create like a little garden. I just did not have time to do that. But that is a good option. Thank you. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you guys like it. So I'm glad that you guys like it. And I hope you make them. That's the most important thing. Show me if you make it. I would love to see your projects too. So if we're not friends on Facebook, guys, let's become friends on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, let's become friends in there, just because I post a lot of my things in there. And then you guys will be able to see some of this stuff. But in that way, you can also show me your projects. I guess that's the main piece. We made it, guys. I can't believe we made it, but we did. Let me move up here. Okay. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for being here, for being such good sports, for hanging out with me in my initial crisis. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Because I was definitely speed up with everything that had happened today. And so I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's like a little amazing community, and I am so happy that because I joined Stampin'Up and pushed myself to do this, I get to know you all. It's like my second family, and I don't know how to tell you these guys, but I really appreciate you all. Remember, I already have the video for Friday done, so that's a good one. So we'll have another paper pumpkin kit. I am hoping I'll have the simple stamping ready, and then best case scenario, I'll have another one. But I have the feeling that I may not have a whole lot of videos for you after I'm gone. It's definitely gotten too busy, and I was not able to film as much as I wanted. But I'm going back home, and I'm going to go hang out with my dad and with my mom and my kiddos, my nephews, and my nephew and niece and my brother. And so I know you guys understand that, it happens. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, thank you, Nicole. I really appreciated that. Oh, thank you, Yvette. I appreciate that. I know you guys are here. Like, I appreciate you so much. You're like my backup team. And it's been good night, Brenda, and everyone. Have a rest. Have a blessed night and a wonderful week. So I will not be live anymore until October 10th when I come back, and I am not sure even what we're going to do that day. Probably like a kit, because I won't have anything really. Oh, hi, Belinda. Don't worry. Oh, you're on vacation, girl. You'll watch the replay. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time in vacation. We all need to relax. And so, I will probably do something real quick. I am not even sure what. And it will be one. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that, guys. Okay. Lots of hugs for you all. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. And I'll be posting on Facebook as much as I can. I'll post some pictures also just to share with you. And sending hugs to all of you. Thank you again. Bye.